Hi everyone, Dr. Remy from Pain Free and Fit and Posturesize. Today I'm with my friend Carol and we're going to be going over the one-legged squat. Enjoy. So the one-legged squat has the exact form of a two-legged parallel foot squat. The only difference is we're going to be standing on one leg. And the reason we do this is this exercise targets the hip abductor muscles, the ones on the side of your hip. It also targets hip hiking problems. People that when they walk or stand on one leg have one hip come up, and that typically has the rib cage leaning down. So this is a great corrective exercise for hip hiking and rib leaning to one side. It's also a great exercise to control pelvic and torso rotation. As we go along, standing on one leg, the pelvis is going to want to turn to one side. So it helps to train the abdominal obliques, the latissimus, the erector spinae, a bunch of back and abdominal muscles that create good posture, good stability function for the lower back, the sacroiliac joint, and of course the hip. So let's begin by remembering that you need to address your own unique RPIs. If you're not sure what your own unique mechanical and posture dysfunctions are, I invite you to go to the Pain Free and Fit website or the Posturesize website, take the body analysis that's there, and figure out on your own body where your dysfunctions are so you can correct them and know what to watch out for before you perform this or any corrective exercise. That way you'll be strengthening proper function and not dysfunction. So, Carol, let's stand on our right leg, making sure that our four corners of each of the points on that right foot are balanced. So we'll take our left leg up slightly, and we want the two back corners of the heel, the two corners of the forefoot equally balanced. We're going to, Carol needs a little tail under for her posture. You may not, you may need tail up. We're going to tuck a little tail under. And as she squats, she's going to make sure she's pushing her hip bone back in the socket. This is a typical mistake on a one-legged squat where the hip goes forward and we lose that stability. It's called anterior hip translation. So the side of her hip bone, that hard spot on the side of her hip, she needs to push that back towards my finger to engage the glute muscle. Go ahead, breathing in. As she goes, she's keeping her standing hip down and rib away, so there's an equal pelvis. Come on up by squeezing the buttock. Again. So she's driving that hip down and across, rib up and away. You don't see her moving, but she's tensing that way so that she's keeping a level, go ahead, a levelness between the right and left side of the pelvis and a levelness between the right and left side of the rib cage. She's emphasizing the glute over the hip flexors by making sure that that hip bone is driving backwards in her hip socket. And she's avoiding the tendency of turning her pelvis. Typically when we stand on one leg, if we have a hip instability or a postural problem like external hip rotation, the pelvis will want to turn away, meaning pubic bone will want to go left. So she's creating a little tension in to the right as she goes. And she's checking that by keeping her torso twisted to the left. So the torso and the pelvis don't go opposite directions. Typically, if the pelvis goes left, the torso is going to want to twist right. So she's maintaining all of that, as well as good knee stability. If she had a lateral tracking kneecap moving out to the side, should be tensing the kneecap inwards. And she's maintaining the center of her ankle, knee and hip in good alignment. And that looks pretty good. Do one more rep there. Great hip strengthening. Thank you, Carol. Lower back stability strengthening, balancing exercise, the one-legged squat. Enjoy.